Behind me is Mazda's new flagship vehicle, the CX-90, family-oriented three-row mid-size SUV. It's larger in every proportion than the CX-9 that it replaces, with a new platform, a rear-wheel drive bias, 2 electrified powertrains, and much more. Let's take a closer look. The 2024 Mazda CX-90 takes over the top of the lineup from the CX-9, which will be discontinued and phased out over the next few months. It's based on Mazda's new rear-wheel drive biased large vehicle platform, which offers 2 long-awaited new electrified powertrain options. There's the mild hybrid eSkyActiv G powertrain, which uses a 3.3-liter turbocharged inline 6-cylinder engine and an electric motor, which produce 340 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque when powered with premium fuel. In the plug-in hybrid, Mazda matches its 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine and an electric motor, powered by a 17.8 kilowatt-hour battery for combined power figures of 323 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque with premium fuel. Range estimates for electric driving haven't yet been provided, but we expect they'll land in the mid-50 kilometers range. The CX-90 also brings with it a new 8-speed automatic transmission, a 12.3-inch infotainment screen, and an available digital instrument cluster and digital rearview mirror. Several safety and convenience features will be standard, including smart brake support, blind spot monitoring, and adaptive cruise control. For more information on its powertrains and equipment, visit Driving.ca and search for our first look article for the 2024 Mazda CX-90. On the design side, familiar Kodo design language elements such as the gently sculpted door panels make the CX-90 instantly recognizable as a member of the Mazda family. However, this new design does diverge from those on other Mazda SUVs in some ways. For example, the CX-90's grille has a very flat profile and a new insert that features a gloss black fabric-like weave. Chrome garnishes and body color wheel arch surrounds are available on some trims. In addition to the usual spot on the liftgate, garnishes on the front quarter panels indicate which powertrain is under the hood. And the rear-wheel drive biased platform allows for a short front overhang that should be a positive for the CX-90's off-road performance. A new signature paint color, Artisan Red, will be available at launch. Like other Mazda signature colors, it's applied in 3 layers, which gives it surprising depth and changeability. In low light, the color appears to be a deep burgundy, while it looks much brighter and more vivid under direct sunlight. Let's take a look at the interior for the signature trim, which will be exclusive to the inline 6-cylinder powertrain. It features layers of white leather, chrome, and gray fabric that combine with a panoramic sunroof to create a bright and airy cabin. A chrome feature line across the dashboard and a broad center console emphasize the width of the interior. A light-colored open-pore wood called curly maple brings its own texture and visual interest. The centerpiece of the design is the light-colored fabric on the dashboard, which is split with a negative space that showcases a line of intricate stitching connecting the 2 pieces. These hanging stitches are meant to evoke traditional hand-finished bookbinding, as well as the Japanese weaving technique called kumihimo, which translates to gathered threads. The CX-90 will be available in 7 or 8-seat configurations. In the second row, you can choose either a 3-seat bench or a pair of captain's chairs. In the signature model, a center console is installed between the captain's chairs and includes a pair of cup holders and a covered storage space. Now let's take a closer look at the GT trim, which will be offered with both powertrains and will top the lineup for the plug-in hybrid. This interior is in a more traditional automotive style with black leather, metal look inserts, and straight stitching. The PHEV GT we examined had an open space between the captain's chairs and a small pull-up tray with 2 built-in cup holders installed on the right side of the seat behind the driver. This is just our first look at the CX-90, so we haven't received measurements yet, but what I can tell you right now from sitting in the third row is the space is significantly bigger back here than it is in the CX-9. This seat in front of me is all the way back, and I still have room to move my hand in front of my legs. My feet do have to tuck in underneath the seat, but it's not uncomfortable. The floor up here is quite high, but I still have plenty of headroom. I presume the floor is raised in the back to make room for the battery in this model that we're sitting in, which is the PHEV. 2 cup holders on either side here in the third row, and USB-C ports, which are optional, which is an interesting point because there doesn't appear to be a single USB-A port anywhere at the back of this cabin. In fact, USB-C appears to be the only port type anywhere in the CX-90. We spotted 2 ports inside the front center console and 2 more at the back of the center console for second row passengers, in addition to the optional ones in the third row. In the plug-in hybrid's cargo space, we also spotted a 1500-watt household plug, which is powered by the powertrain's battery. While this provides only a brief first glimpse and driving impressions will have to wait, our initial impression is that the Mazda CX-90 may be the vehicle that brings Mazda across the finish line of its journey to premium status. You can find more pricing and packaging details in our first look at the 2024 Mazda CX-90 at Driving.ca. We'll all know more as we get closer to the CX-90's arrival in Canada, which is scheduled for spring 2023. For Driving.ca, I'm Stephanie Walcraft. For more first looks and other features, follow us on social media, visit our website, or click the button to subscribe.